Are you trash at dribbling?
Who, me?
Well, lucky for you, you've came to the right place.
What the are you talking about? I'm just shopping for new shoes.
I'm gonna show you today how to dribble.
Hey, dipshit, what the going on right now?
And not only that, but I'm also gonna show you the best badge.
Hey, dribbling, your badges. Solo, if you don't shut up right now, I swear to God, I never asked for your...
Jimmy, can you please stop interrupting my intro?
Man, no, go do this somewhere else.
I'm gonna show you the best dribble moves in the game for all heights, even 5'7"s.
Wait, you said 5'7"s?
I will even do a dribble tutorial for 5'7" short, shitty players like Jimmy.
Let him cook!
What's up, guys? It's a little back on our video. Now, today, I'm going to be showing you guys not only the best dribble moves in the game for any build, but I'm also going to be showing you guys the #1 dribble tutorial on all of YouTube. If you're trying to become a better player, if you're trying to become a better dribbler, you have came to the right place. Before we jump into things, there's a few things, though, that you guys need to know. #1, I'm going to give you every single thing that I know, every tip that I can give you guys. So it is very important that you guys watch this video fully through and you just don't skip to take the dribble moves, because even with good dribble moves, you don't know how to use them, it's not really gonna help you. This is a very highly requested video because I'm pretty sure I haven't done one of these since September or October, so it's been a while. One of the first things that you guys need to know is whether you're on current gen, which is the game that's on the GOAT boat, you know, that little park, or if you're on the newer consoles, the next gen consoles, and you're in the Fallout City, the gameplay is pretty much the same, so everything works for both games. Also, listen up when I say this because I get so many comments about this. Depending on your height and your ball handle, some builds cannot get all of the dribble moves. The big cutoff is 6'5". So if you're taller than 6'5", you are gonna have different dribble moves than builds that are shorter than 6'5". But in this video, I'm gonna show you the best dribble moves for every single build, so don't worry, I got you. If you guys haven't, if you guys are new, make sure to sub to the channel. We're on the road to 700,000 subscribers, and make sure to turn on my post notifications so you guys don't miss a stream or upload. Claim your ticket, sub up, and comment that you are here before 1 mil, because we are grinding and we're gonna get that whether it's this year or next year. It's gonna happen one day. I've been grinding on my second channel, Solo 2.0. Make sure to check it out. The link will be in the description. And before we jump into the dribble tutorial, really quick, we got a word from today's sponsor. Before we hop into the dribble tutorial, let me tell you guys about Underdog real quick. If you guys like fantasy sports and you guys think you have what it takes when it comes to sport knowledge, then you guys gotta get on Underdog. It's pretty much free money if you know what you're doing. You know, nothing's free money, but if you're smart. So look, they have every sport from NBA to NFL. I know there's only the Super Bowl left, but I mean, that's a pretty big game to you know, get in on. But they have every sport. You guys can see down the left side, NHL, college basketball, soccer, literally everything, down to esports. Everything's on here. And like I said, it's you guys against the numbers. Look, you could pick higher or lower on assists, points, blocks, and steals, literally anything. So let's just real quick pick 5 of these. So bang, if all of these are correct, I will 20x my money. So if I put down $10, I will get 200 if all of these are correct. Underdog also has this insurance feature, so if I check this, I only need 4 of them to be correct and I'll still get money. Underdog doesn't only have pick'ems, but one of my favorite things to do right now is these tournaments or these drafts. So if you guys like fantasy, like I said, they have a ton of daily drafts, or even for football, you know, weekly drafts, or they even have season long. Like, look, this is for the NBA games tonight. I'm, you know, recording this early. It's Thursday, but I have 8 entries for $5 each, and there's a $60,000 prize pool, and usually I end up getting my money back, but one of these days I'm gonna place mad high and it's gonna be worth it. Here's the map of eligibility. Unfortunately, not everybody can play, so check if you're available to play. Be safe, pick responsibly. If you guys do sign up, use code SOLO. The link will be in the description, but code SOLO will double your first deposit on Underdog. So if you put in 10, you'll get 20 on the app. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay, it is now time to give you the best tips in the game, and we're gonna get into the dribble moves. We're gonna get into the dribble tutorial, but first things first, we're gonna keep it simple. Let's go over to the options and show you guys my settings. This really doesn't matter, but I already know people will comment and they're gonna ask me, what are your settings? Even though there's nothing really in there. Now, for controller settings, to be honest, a lot of this doesn't matter. I have vibration on, shot meter off, but that's more of a jump shot thing. You can watch my jump shot video if you want to learn about that. Pro stick function default, pro stick orientation, make sure this is on absolute. And other than that, I mean, there's nothing really too important. I will scroll down here so you guys can get the rest though. I'm gonna get into badges in a second, but real quick, let me tell you guys about boosts. Yes, these do work. Now, if we're talking about jump shots, I do recommend you buy jump shot boosts, but this is a dribbling video, so you guys are probably wondering, should I buy the ball handling boosts, which are down here in the bottom right hand corner? No, I really wouldn't recommend it. The only reason I would is if you're playing in like a wager or a huge game, but even then, I really don't be buying them. The Gatorade also does work. It'll give you a little extra bar of energy. You could buy the one all the way to the left, the super shake. But again, I only buy this if I'm playing in a massively important game or like a wager or something. You guys see in the top right for my weekly workout, it says that I have the gym rat badge, which if you guys didn't know, you guys see my stats over there on the right side: speed, excel, strength, vertical, and stamina. I get +4 to all of those with the gym rat badge. And if you guys didn't know, a lot of those matter a lot when it comes to dribbling. If you guys are on next gen, you guys just want to go to the Gatorade gym, which is located right here on the map. And if you guys are on current gen, it's pretty easy to find. Just keep walking on the cruise ship until you see the Gatorade gym. If you guys want to get the gym rat quest for the badge like I have, I believe you have to talk to this lady out front. If you want to get +4 to your speed, excel, stamina, all of that, guys, you gotta come in here one time per week. It resets every week. You guys can see on the top of the screen, it says weekly workout drill unavailable. You already have a permanent boost. If you guys are on Xbox, press Y when you're in here. It'll pull out the workout checklist. Or if you guys are on PlayStation, press triangle. Go around and do all these workouts. Do the treadmill, you know, do one workout for each category so you get your +4, which helps a lot. It helps with speed. It helps with dribbling. Just trust me, do this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys something that is pretty important when it comes to 2K, and that is going to be badges, especially Playmaking badges. Now, if you guys are on current gen, you don't have this tiered badge system, so it's a lot easier to get badges. On next gen, it's a little bit more difficult, and these are the badges that I'm running on my 6'7" that has 23 Playmaking badges. Tier 3 badges, unpluckable, very important. Handles for days, of course, that's very important. Put this on the max level. Those two are some of the most important badges. Clamp breaker's like a bonus. Like, I would say handles for days, unpluckable, and quick first step. Get those 3 badges first. Once you have those, you can get clamp breaker, which actually goes crazy. Killer combos, it doesn't really work. Trust me, don't use killer combos. There might be some other YouTubers telling you to use it, or maybe they're all, you know, up to date now and they're saying don't use this, but killer combos, that's a bad badge. And then I also have on vice grip, which that's for 1s actually, so I would probably put on bailout if I was playing 2s or 3s. And then I have ankle breaker on silver. If you're a shorter build, you guys want to put on mismatch expert. If you're like below like 6'4" or 6'3", put on mismatch expert. That badge is going to go crazy. You could take off ankle breaker for that badge. And also, if you play a lot of 3s, or if you plan on playing, like if you know you're about to go play 3s, hyperdrive is also a pretty good badge. Now it is time for the part of the video that I'm sure a lot of you guys clicked on this video for, and that is the drill move. So real quick, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but I'm real quick going to explain each move and why I use it. And I'm going to give you guys some options. Also, I'm on a build that is 6'9". So if you're shorter, you know, look, size up, escape package, Stephen Curry. That's a dribble move that's really going to be used on shorter builds because you need a 92+ ball handle. I will tell you if you should be using that if you are shorter, even though on this build I cannot get it. Starting off with the dribble style, like I said, I'm not going to take up a lot of time. Michael Jordan, that's the best one in the game. It's going to make you move the quickest. Trust me, just put on Michael Jordan. Now for the signature size up, and this is one of, if not the most important dribble move that you could put on, so you definitely don't want to mess this up. Now on my taller builds, I'm using Tracy McGrady, so you can go ahead, throw on Tracy McGrady if you are, you know, taller than 6'5". Reason for this is because your ball handle is probably not that high. You guys can see the requirements in the bottom left hand corner for all of these dribble moves. You only need an 85+ ball handle for T-Mac, but on my shorter builds, I tend to have a higher ball handle. So Derrick Rose, this is a new one that's added. I would not really recommend this, but I figured I would talk about it. That's an option. Trae Young, you guys can see you got to be under 6'5" with a 92+ ball handle. Now this is one that you guys can really lab up and consider because a lot of the top guards use this. And another one that I like a lot on those short builds is Steve Francis. My top 2 options for short builds are Steve Francis and Trae Young. You guys can try both of those out and see which one you like more. I'm pretty sure the one that I prefer is Steve Francis, although I am making a new build soon, so I will be using, you know, a shorter build that you can be pretty fun. So if you're shorter, I would recommend go Steve Francis, but Trae Young is a very solid option. For size up escape package, this is very important for the way that I dribble, and the one that I'm using is John Wall. I'll show you why later in the dribble tutorial part of the video. There's a lot of people, I see it on TikTok, I see Zach2K doing it a lot, I see Keysticks doing it a lot. If you guys know about those creators, they like to use the Damian Lillard or the LeBron James size up escape, and if you like to dribble like that, then fine, you could do that, but that's not how I dribble. I use John Wall, and my second option will be KD. Now if you are in a shorter build, I would either go with John Wall, or the one that I've been using when I do play on my shorter builds is Steph Curry, because this allows you to get the Curry slide, which I'll show you later on in the video, which that's just a move that I find that like is pretty fun. It's pretty glitchy. So on my shorter builds, I'm using Steph Curry size size up, but on my taller builds, I'm using John Wall. For moving crossover, I put on James Harden for all of my builds. For moving behind the backs, I use Zach LaVine on all my builds. For moving spin, you guys want to make sure you have on basic. This is going to give you the most simple and most effective spin back in the game. Trust me. It's been this way since like 2K19. Trust me. Basic moving spin, that's the glitchy one, and I'll show you how to use it later on in the video. For moving hesitation, I really don't think this is important. When I did use one, it was Zach LaVine, but the one that I have on now is normal on all my builds. Moving step back. This is actually pretty important because one of the moves that I do a lot has to do with this, and that is going to be Luka Doncic. So make sure you have on Luka moving step back if you have above an 80 ball handle. If you don't, then I don't really know why you're watching a dribble tutorial, but maybe you could put on Jimmy Butler because I have that one, and you know, maybe that one's pretty good. I don't know. Now it is time for the dribble tutorial, and normally I do these in the Gatorade facility. Maybe I'll go back, but someone was telling me that if I go to the Pro-Am Arena, it actually gives me more space, so I'm gonna go try that out. If you guys don't know, the Pro-Am Arena is in the middle of the city, which is called the block. So you just want to go here and then walk over here, which is where you'll find the Pro-Am Arena. And if you guys are on current gen, you can find the Pro-Am Arena in the elevator, or you could just dribble in your my court. Is up to you. Okay, I don't know if this actually gives me more space, and also I just joined a random team, so I don't know why my jersey color is orange, but screw it, we'll just do this in here. Okay, so like I said, this is gonna be the #1 best dribble tutorial on all of YouTube. So I'm gonna start it off with some easier beginner moves, some simple moves. Maybe you already know how to do these moves, so if you do, I mean, you could skip them, or you could just watch this part, and I'll make it pretty quick. But guys, I'm gonna make this as easy as I can for you guys. I'm gonna pop up a controller on the screen. Every time I tell you guys how to do a move, I'm gonna pop up an arrow on the stick showing you the exact direction of where the stick should be going. The first move I'm gonna show you guys how to do is the momentum crossover. Now I'm gonna be honest, this move is kind of losing its effectiveness. You guys know you have 3 adrenaline boosters here. You guys see them on the bottom of my screen. Whenever I sprint in a direction, I'm gonna lose one. So if you're just walking, you're not gonna lose an adrenaline boost. But if I start sprinting, bang, I will lose an adrenaline boost. You guys can see I only have 1 now. Watch this. When I do the momentum crossover, bang, now I have no boost. And the reason that it's losing its effectiveness is because every time you do it, you lose a boost. So not many people do momentum crossovers, but it's a move that a lot of people start their combos with. And basically what you want to do is I hold the sprint button, you know, the right trigger, or R2 if you're on PlayStation. You don't have to though, I'm pretty sure. And at the same time, the right stick is going to go to the top right. Imagine a clock, guys. For a lot of these moves, I'm going to have you guys imagine a clock and tell you what time to go to. We're going to go to like 1:30 on the clock with the right stick. So like top right with the right stick, and then left stick just goes straight to the right. So it'll look just like that. And if you can't get it down, don't even worry, because you don't really need this move, but I figured I would tell you guys how to do it. And if you guys want to do it the other way for some reason, it's just the sticks flicked the other way. So right stick will go top left, and the left stick will go straight over to the left. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a move that I do a lot more that is just like the momentum crossover, but you don't use an adrenaline boost, and that is going to be this move. Bang. It looks a little bit more explosive than momentum crossover, and you don't lose an adrenaline boost. You can spam it if you want. You know, I really don't be spamming it. I kind of just do it once and then kind of combo out of it. Like sometimes you get an open 3 off it because they think you're gonna drive in when they see that explosive move like that, but a move that I'll do right after it is this one, like that. Bang, wide open 3, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. But for this move, all you guys want to do is hold the sprint button, right trigger or R2, and then just flick up on the right stick. I'm not even gonna pop this up, you know, on the screen with the controller and the arrow, because it's that simple. Just up on the right stick while you're holding the sprint button, and it'll give you that move. Also guys, I don't really just do this by itself. Like I won't be like, okay guys, I'm about to go crazy and then just do that. Like it's just kind of a move that I start my combos off with. So I figured I'll put it in here because it's kind of important to know. Next move I'm going to show you guys how to do is going to be this long side hezzy, which to be honest, it was more effective in like 2K20 and like some past 2Ks. It's kind of losing its effectiveness just a little bit. How you guys do this move, and it's very simple, is hold the sprint button, right trigger R2, and then with the right stick, you know, you don't want to do anything with the left stick, but with the right stick, go to the top right, like 1:30 if you want to go to the right, and if you want to go to the left, then you're going to want to go to, what would that be, 10:30 on a clock. You just flicking the right stick to the top left, just like that. Sometimes I'll crab my defender. If you guys don't know what that means, basically the defender will get stuck behind me, so I'll do that sometimes, but that's very hard to do. You know, if you're a beginner, you're not really going to be crabbing defenders. Also, if you do it right back to the other side, you kind of get some glitchy different animations, so you guys can mess around with that. The next move I got for you guys is the pull down move, which is one of my favorite moves to do in the game. Like I said, I'll do that little James Harden crossover, that quick explosive cross, and just pull it right back. Basically what you guys want to do, and I'll pop the arrows on the screen, right stick goes up, left stick goes down at the same exact time. Now guys, look at the left stick. You guys kind of want to favor that side that you're going to. So for example, I'm going to pull this down to the bottom right. So the left stick's going to kind of favor that right side. I want to kind of go a little bit more to the right with the left stick. It's kind of hard to explain, but sometimes when you go straight down, it doesn't give you the animation. So if you are messing up, then kind of favor the side that you're going to go to. It might be confusing guys, but that's why I have the arrows on the screen. And once you get it down, you can just keep spamming it. And so once you have down that James Harden crossover just like that, what you guys want to do is just do the pull down. So master those two moves. That's a little combo for you guys. You know, if you want to start off your combos with that, you could do James Harden cross into the pull down just like that, and then, you know, go crazy. That's a move I'll show you how to do later. If you guys want to know how to do this move right here, or even this one, I'll show you later. The next move that I got for you guys is a weird one. Now, this is something that a lot of people will not put in a dribble tutorial, but it's something you might see a lot of guards do to you guys. And let me just score real quick so I get my adrenaline. And that is going to be what I call the regular, just little side walk back. Let me do it for you guys real quick. I'm going to do it on the right wing. So basically, look, you'll run in and then just kind of walk back like that and shoot it. Like, that's a move that is very effective. One of the most effective moves in the game. But I feel like when it comes to dribble tutorials, a lot of these YouTubers wouldn't be telling you guys how to do that because they want you to know the flashy stuff. They don't really want you to know those little effective moves that'll just get you a bucket. So you guys can do this anywhere on the court, and normally you're going to want to combo up a little bit, you know, throw your defender off, and then what you're going to want to do is make it seem like you're rim running. So you're going to want to run in kind of to this area near like the elbow, the free throw, like right in here, and then all you want to do is let go of the sprint button. You don't want to sprint for it, and you just want to walk back with the left stick. So it's just going to be like down to the right with the left stick. So look, I'm going to run in here and just walk back with the left stick. It's only a movement of the left stick. Don't hold the sprint button at all. It's literally that simple. You're just literally walking backwards, bang, open three, because the defender thought you were rim running, but nah, you got the open three. Also, another quick tip for you guys, if you guys want to be effective scorers, and again, this is something that normally people would not put in dribble tutorials. One of the easiest ways to score this year, for some reason, is the stop and go. So you just want to stop. You could stop for 1 second, or that might be a little too predictable. So sometimes what I'll do is, look, this is going to be like a legit example right here. Ready? I'll be dribbling. Hold on, I just wanted to get my adrenaline back. So bang, I'll be dribbling around. Wait for it. Run over here, stop literally for like 2 seconds, and then just run right by him. Trust me, when you stop for some reason, defenders get so thrown off, they start running like up and down, and you could just run right past them. I have no adrenaline, so that was kind of slow, but it's pretty OP. So trust me guys, utilize the stop and go to your advantage in 2K23. Next up, we have the Luka step back, which is a move I told you guys to put on earlier, and all it is this. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of people do this. Maybe you even do it. Maybe you have that move on already. And how to do this move is when you're sprinting in a direction, just flick down on the right stick. That's all it is. If you're running to one side, just flick down on the right stick. And a move that I don't do too much, but I will sprinkle in, is going to be the crossover into the Luka step back. If you guys don't know how to do a crossover, that's literally the simplest move in the game. You just flick your right stick like upright, or if you want to do it to the left, the right stick's going to go, you know, top left. So all I'll do is I'm going to do a crossover to the right, and then I'm just going to run to the left, do a Luka step back. It's pretty much a 3 every time. So look, crossover right, run the other way, bang, step back 3, easy. And of course, I know some of you guys were expecting it. Some of you guys were waiting for it. The best way to implement a Luka step back is off of a spin back. Just like that, bang, you cook them and do the Luka step back. You are deep open for 3 pretty much every time, because the defender thinks you're gonna rim run and they just can't get back in time. So you do the Luka step back, bang, easy 3. The spin back's always one of the toughest moves to explain, just because it's just confusing when you're trying to explain how to spin a stick to somebody. Basically what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to run in, and for this one I'm gonna have the ball in my right hand. So whatever hand the ball is on, that's the side of the stick you want to spin down. So ball's in my right hand, so I'm gonna make a backwards C shape. You know, C shape, if I wanted to do, you know, a spin back with the C shape, that would be if the ball is in my left hand, but it's not. The ball's in my right hand, so I'm gonna start at the top of the stick. You guys can see the arrow. That's the way you wanna spin it whenever you wanna spin back. So you wanna run in there, hold the sprint button, you don't let go of it, you sprint in, bang, spin back, and then I always do the Luka step back right after, which that might take some getting used to. But when you get near the 3-point line, just flick down, which gives you the Luka step back. And again, if you want to do the spin back and the ball's in your left hand, you just want to make a C shape. It's no backward C shape now. Now you are spinning down the left side of the right stick, if that makes sense. And, you know, pause the video, rewind if you guys have to. This might be a little confusing for some beginners, but all you're going to want to do is just run in, spin back, and then again, Luka step back once you're near the 3-point line. That'll get you a wide open 3. Next up, we have quite possibly the most difficult move to explain to people, and that is going to be the misdirection behind the back. But it's worth learning and it's worth trying to learn, because in my opinion, this might be the most glitchy and the best move in the game, especially how I dribble. I don't even know how I'm still going. I'm literally out of stamina. There we go. Kind of slowed down. I didn't even know this, but if you get it down, you can literally spam it when you're blinking red out of stamina. Okay, now I'm messing it up a little bit. This is a move that I like to do a lot. So I'll do it like this and then bang, run out of it. Easy three, or you can rim run. You know, I'll do the James Harden crossover into the misdirection behind the back, just like that. I need to get some adrenaline. Literally any of the moves that I showed you guys how to do earlier, you could do the James Harden crossover and then the misdirection, or you could do the pull down and then the misdirection. Literally any of the moves you could do, and I have no adrenaline, the Luka step back and the misdirection. There's so many moves in the game that combo up so nicely with it, so it's important that you guys learn this move. This one's tough to learn. If you're a beginner, this one might throw you off. It might take you, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, maybe even a day. The ball's in my left hand. That is crucial. It's important to know what hand the ball is in so you know which way you're going. Now let's break this down. So you guys do want to hold the sprint button when you do this. So just hold right trigger or R2, depending on what console you're on. Now let me break this down. You're going to flick the sticks at the same time. So let's get that out of the way. The left stick though, flick that to the side the ball is in. So the ball's in my left hand. Left stick, that's going to be going to the left when I flick the sticks. Okay, so we got that out of the way. The right stick is going the opposite way. So the right sticks can go to the right, but not only to the right, it's going to go downward right. So a little bit down and to the right. So at the same time, bang, just like that, it gives you that animation. Now the ball's in my right hand. So left stick, that's going to the right. Like I said, left stick always goes to that ball side when we flick them. Right stick, that's going the opposite way. Right stick goes bottom left now that we're on this side. And since we're doing this, again, ball in the right hand, let me show you guys how to do like the front version of this, which I don't even know what you'd call it, but you guys will see. It'll give you a different animation. Ball is in my right hand, so the left stick is going to go to that right side as I taught you guys. Now the right stick, now we're going to go to the top left and see what happens. So look, bang. It gives you that, which is a little bit different. Look, this is the this is the one when you go down, just like that, kind of gives you like a behind the back one. But if you want to do, up with the right stick, it'll give you that one, which kind of is an animation out in front of your player compared to the one where it is behind your player if you go downward on the right stick. I'm gonna be honest, I find the downward one a little bit more effective. This one, it's quicker and it just, I do it a lot more. This one, I really don't do that much. Maybe I'll start doing it more, but it's a little bit slower and it's not that good. But every now and then you could throw it in. Okay, so now I'm on my 6'2" guard. So if you're shorter, maybe you have a 6 foot guard, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", whatever it is. If you're below 6'5", this part of the video is going to be mainly for you. So right now I have on Steve Francis size up, which is going to be very important because if you don't have that on, you won't be able to do this move, which I'm about to explain. Basically, all it is a crossover, which I showed you guys how to do earlier. All that is a flick up to the side you want to go to with the right stick. So up left is like that, or up right is just like that. How to do this quick run, you just flick up and then run in that direction right after you flick up. You could do it back and forth, but you will lose an adrenaline boost every time you do it. So bang, I'm already out of adrenaline. But when I'm playing on this player, I'll do it one time or maybe two. You don't want to do it 3 times and lose all of your adrenaline boost. Another cool thing about the Steve Francis size up is this little behind the back. It looks kind of dumb when you just do it by itself, but it's very quick. Look, like if I run this way, curry slide, and then sprinkle in the behind the back, like you can get pretty glitchy with it. Again, I don't play on my small players all that much, so I'm a little rusty, but to do this little behind the back is just a flick downward to the side you want to go to. So bottom left or bottom right with the right stick. To do the curry slide, you guys want to hold the sprint button and then just flick bottom left or bottom right. So it's just like this little one, but instead you're holding the sprint button. That's literally the only difference. You go hold the sprint button, bottom left with the right stick, just like that, or bottom right, just like that. And again, you need on the Steph Curry size up escape. Again, the pull down, which I explained earlier in the video, is also effective on this build. But something that I like a lot about these short builds and the builds that have really high ball handle is the Stephen Curry size up escape, because you can do the Steph Curry curry slide. Also, with the Steph Curry size up escape, the side to side long hezzy is a little bit different, and it also, I feel like it goes farther. Like look at how far my player is going when I do this. Again, hold the right trigger or R2, and then all you want to do is just flick top left with the right stick, or just flick top right with the rest, depending on which way you want to go. Another move you could do right after this is just follow it up right away with a curry slide. That's something I like a lot. I mentioned that a lot already, so I should probably stop talking about it. But I just like how the curry slide just has so much movement on just one move. Literally, you literally like fly across the court. And then with the Steve Francis, you could get pretty glitchy with these moves. A tip for you guys, no matter what build you guys are on, if you guys are on a tall build and you're still watching, or if you're on a short build and you're watching, something you guys gotta know and you guys gotta do is hop in a prime arena, hop in your my court, hop in open somewhere where you could practice dribbling and just start comboing up and learning your own combos. I showed you a few different combos in this video. Like I can't do it on this player because I don't think I have on the James Harden crossover, but I showed you the pull down into the misdirection behind the back. I showed you a few different combos. I gave you a lot of the base moves, but now it's up to you guys. You guys got to put all the moves together, do the moves I showed you, and just start comboing them up. Be unique with it. Also, an effective move on this short build is just flicking down. Hold the sprint button, flick down, bang. That step back's actually pretty good with the size of escape Steph Curry. But now it's up to you guys. Let me know how it works out for you guys. I gave you the best moves in the game. I showed you how to do them. I showed you the best settings, the best badges, how to get faster with the weekly workouts. I showed literally everything that I know about dribbling. We're on the road to 700K. Press that red subscribe button and sub up if you guys haven't already. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys.
I'm like, baby, you know who I am. Yeah, they don't think that I'm meant it. They didn't know who I was. I had to make sure they know who I am. I was a youngin' to come up with a whole lot of hits before I was even a man. Always been the hardest artist in every room. They just don't know where I stand.